number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Williams will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. To throw is Wilson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost...
He's got a man, complete! And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now it's Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. The kick by McManus is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too bad. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to it and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
After no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, he's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, 65 yards. And the Bengals continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. And he pushed it right. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
So the completion good for 6 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
On one, right?
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. That's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He gets us on the Boyd. Tyler Boyd. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, 70 yards. And the Bengals are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Here we go. 12.
They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the two-point attempt is turned aside. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to...
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time.
Picked by Logan Wilson.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And a round is on here in this first half.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
As they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission.
They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Trey Hendrickson able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
All right, help me out here a little bit, Paul. I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 30. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Take it to the house.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. 30, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Joe Mixon
saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game.
And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos
At their own 25-yard line. Now Wilson.
He'll get this underneath to Edmonds.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Wilson.
He'll go out to the flat for Edmonds.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Wilson will throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. And this one is incomplete. I saw this line the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. 4th down. Here's Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he is going to have a Broncos 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Play action. Now Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Broncos on the move here a bit. Nice plays in succession back-to-back. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
To throw again is Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And that is incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try to make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bengals will get the football back. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high because mentally you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone, we're thinking we're giving up 3, we just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
Back to Mixon on second down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here's Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Harris returning. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw there complete to Hamler. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And incomplete on a deep ball.
Delphin schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Back to throw. Wilson. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. On 1st down, Wilson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Tim Patrick, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
Here we go.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Burrow. And that will be incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now it's Wilson. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get in.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. My goodness, 229 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. They'll give it to Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon.
11, mighty. 11, 11. 11, 11, 11, 11.
And the Bengals going to live to fight another week.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine, cause I want to. I'll pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm